You've been called a quitter, someone who can't stick to anything, a person who starts strong but always abandons ship. Your room is a graveyard of abandoned hobbies. Your resume screams, jack of all trades, master of none. You wonder if something's wrong with you, if you lack discipline, grit, that mythical quality called follow-through. But what if this isn't a character flaw? What if your brain is wired for something our culture doesn't understand? What if you're not broken, you're a polymath, and your neurobiology is optimized for breadth, not depth? We live in a culture obsessed with specialization, one career, one passion, one identity for life. This wasn't always the norm. For 99% of human history, versatility was survival. Specialists died. Da Vinci, Franklin, Curie. The greatest minds weren't specialists. They were insatiably curious generalists. Here's the neuroscience. Your brain craves novelty. New challenges spike dopamine in ways repetition never will. Dopamine isn't about pleasure. It's about prediction error. When reality exceeds expectation, you get the hit. New guitar? Massive spike. Month 3? You've mapped the territory. Dopamine flatlines. Boredom sets in. For specialists, this is a bug to overcome. For you, it's a feature. Your brain is doing exactly what it's designed to do. Research shows polymathic brains have stronger cross-domain connectivity. You think in metaphors, not silos. You see patterns others miss. You borrow solutions from biology to solve business problems. This is lateral genius. If you're highly sensitive, this intensifies. You process deeply, notice subtleties, and overstimulate faster than others. HSPs don't skim surfaces, they dive deep fast. You master the fundamentals quickly, then crave new complexity. Your boredom threshold isn't low. It's calibrated differently. Repetition without growth feels like psychological suffocation. So you shame yourself. You force commitment. You white-knuckle through projects that stopped feeding your brain months ago. This creates a cycle. Forced focus leads to burnout, which leads to quitting, which leads to more shame. You don't need fixing. You need a framework. Meet S.P.A.R.K, the Polymath's roadmap to sustainable curiosity. S is for seasons. Stop pursuing lifelong passions. Pursue seasonal interests with planned rotation. Give each interest a season, 3 to 6 months. Photography in spring, coding in summer, guitar in fall. This isn't quitting, it's crop rotation for your mind. You're letting fields go fallow so they can regenerate. P is for projects, not careers. Think in contained experiments with clear endpoints, not infinite commitment. Design 3 tiers, 30-day sprints for sampling, 90-day builds for competence, 6-month deep dives for mastery. Each completion gives you dopamine and closure. You're not abandoning, you're finishing then choosing what's next. A is for anchor. One core skill remains constant while others rotate. This prevents complete chaos. Your anchor might be writing, teaching, or building. The medium stays, the content rotates. Stability meets variety. This gives you compounding expertise in one area, while letting curiosity run wild everywhere else. R is for record. Document everything. Your polymathic journey is the body of work. Don't think resume, think mosaic. Each interest is a tile. Recorded together, they reveal a picture no specialist has. Blog your learnings, video your experiments, build a portfolio of fascinations. Future, you will mine this gold. K is for kinship. Find your people. Polymaths need polymath communities. We speak a different language. When specialists say pick one, polymaths say why. Finding people who get this is psychological oxygen. Seek out Renaissance communities, join generalist groups, follow multi-potentialites online. You're not alone. Here's what specialists miss. Innovation happens in the overlap. Your diverse skills create unique intersections. Psychology plus design plus writing, you're not scattered, you're a UX writer. A career that didn't exist 20 years ago. Biology, coding and art, biomedical visualization, data science plus storytelling, data journalism, you're building bridges. Specialists dig deep wells. Polymaths build aqueduct systems. Both matter, but only one gets called unfocused. Let's make this concrete. Meet Maya, 34, former serial quitter who thought she was broken. Marketing career, yoga certification, photography business, coding bootcamp, all abandoned, all followed by crushing shame. Then she learned about polymaths. Her failures weren't failures. They were data points revealing her operating system. She implemented seasons. Q1, photography portfolio build. Q2, marketing consulting. Q3, wellness content creation. Each became a project, not a forever commitment. 90 days, clear scope, defined endpoint. Permission to complete and move on. Her anchor? Storytelling. Whether through photos, marketing, or teaching, Story was the through line. She documented everything in a public learning portfolio. Each season became a case study in applied curiosity. She joined multi-potentialite communities, found accountability partners who celebrated rotation, not just persistence. 1 year later, she runs a boutique agency, brand storytelling for wellness companies. Only a polymath could build them. Her income is diversified: photography contracts, marketing retainers, online courses. No single point of failure. But the biggest shift? She stopped apologizing for her brain. Scattered became multidimensional, a source of power. Quick note: if you're neurodivergent, this might resonate even more deeply. ADHD and giftedness often present this way. ADHD hyperfocus loves novelty. You can master guitar basics in 3 weeks, then need new stimulation. This is neurological. Gifted learners often have multipotentiality, genuine high ability across unrelated domains. Your breadth is real talent. Here's what you need to hear. You're not broken. You're not lacking discipline. You are differently architected. Your brain is optimized for breadth, connection making, and adaptive intelligence. This is a feature, not a bug. The world is shifting. Specialists automate. Generalists innovate. AI can do depth. Only humans do creative synthesis. In an AI-saturated future, your ability to connect disparate ideas becomes increasingly valuable, not less. Companies need specialists to execute, but they need polymaths to innovate, pivot, and see around corners. Stop calling yourself a quitter. You're a professional learner, a knowledge synthesizer, a connection architect. Yes, you still need income stability. That's where the anchor comes in. One reliable skill funds the rest. Build your financial foundation on your anchor. Use 60 to 70% of time there. The rest, that's your innovation lab. Forcing singular focus depletes you. Strategic variety restores you. This isn't indulgence. It's energy management. Switching from cognitive to physical, social to solo, analytical to creative. This is how polymaths recharge. Fair warning. Partners and family might not get this. They'll worry you're lost. You need to educate. Share the framework. Show them your rotation plan. Help them see the method in what looks like madness. Here's the 10-year view. Specialists have deep expertise in one domain. You have a unique knowledge ecosystem. Each interest compounds the others. Guitar improves your understanding of mathematics. Cooking enhances your chemistry knowledge. You solve problems by borrowing solutions from unrelated fields. This is lateral thinking specialists can't access. Sometimes specialization does make sense when you find your integration point, or when life demands it. That's okay too. Even then, treat it as a season. 5 years deep in one thing, then permission to rotate. Flexibility, not rigidity. Watch for warning signs you've stayed too long: resentment, physical symptoms, sudden rage-quitting urges. These are data. Boredom isn't weakness. It's your brain's way of saying, mission accomplished here, new territory needed. You're allowed to be bored. You're allowed to move on. You're allowed to complete something and choose what's next. Completion doesn't mean forever. It means I came, I learned, I integrated, I'm ready for the next chapter. Write yourself a new story. Not, I can't stick to anything, but I'm a strategic learner who completes meaningful cycles. Celebrate every completion. That 3-month deep dive into pottery, you finished it. That's a win. Honor it. Build or join communities that celebrate this. What are you into this quarter is a normal question. Seek multiple mentors across domains. You don't need one guru. You need a council of specialists you can learn from. When you teach, your polymathic nature becomes an asset. You explain concepts through varied metaphors no specialist has. Specialists leave monuments. Polymaths leave gardens. Both are legacies. Yours just looks different. Start today. List your current interests. Which one gets this season? What's your anchor? Where will you document? Choose your first season. 90 days, one domain, clear deliverable, then complete it and choose again. That's permission. The mindset shift from what's wrong with me to how do I work changes everything. Give yourself the compassion you'd give a friend. Your brain isn't broken. It's beautifully, differently wired. Take inventory of your polymathic strengths: rapid learning, cross-domain thinking, adaptability, creative synthesis. Traditional employment can work if you negotiate variety, or build a portfolio career. Both are valid. Choose consciously. Think of life like a game. Main quest plus side quests. Your anchor is the main story. Everything else enriches the journey. Build a simple system: weekly reflections, end of project retrospectives, and quarterly integration review. You'll still hear the voice: you should pick one thing, acknowledge it, thank it, then choose your path anyway. External pressure will continue. Well-meaning people will push specialization. Your job isn't to convince them, it's to trust yourself. Redefine success: sustained curiosity, maintained energy, continuous growth, successful integration, not one thing forever. Your permission mantra: I am allowed to complete and move on. I am allowed to follow my curiosity. I am allowed to be myself. This is your invitation. Stop fighting your nature. Stop forcing yourself into boxes built for different brains. Real freedom isn't doing whatever whenever. It's conscious choice backed by self-knowledge and strategic structure. Look back at everything you've abandoned. Those aren't failures. Those are chapters. And you're writing a remarkable story. You belong to a lineage of curious minds who refuse to be contained. Da Vinci, Franklin, Feynman. You're in good company. What you've received today is a gift your younger self desperately needed, the permission to be exactly who you are. Your journey doesn't end, it expands. Each season adds depth. Each rotation builds connections. Each choice strengthens trust. You're not broken. You never were. You're a polymath. And the world needs exactly what you have to offer. Subscribe for more content that validates your brain instead of trying to fix it. You're not the problem. Never were.